decided instead of doing a reading vlog that I'm going to just talk about the 2 books that I read this week. I've only read 3 books for the month so far. I talked about the one in my camping video, which was Blame for the Win. Gave it 6 stars. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And yeah, if I remember, I will put the video down below. Otherwise, you guys can find it on my, of course, my channel. Yeah, if you guys know the drill before we get started. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. And if you do, hit that bell icon so you'll know whenever a video is up for your viewing pleasure. So I read, like I said, 2 books this week. They were both for Bethany from Beautiful Bookish Bethany. Her readathon that she started, and she's the host, and she has a whole bunch of co-hosts. And you're reading queer romance, LGBTQ plus romance, and there's a bingo board. I don't know what these fit because I forgot to write down, you know. I know there's one for gay MC or gay author, and both of these are you know, the guys in, well, yeah, are gay, you know, so it is that, so it'll fit that, but I'm sure it'll fit other prompts. I just can't think of them off the top of my head, and I mostly did this just to support Bethany, not really for the prompts, even though I know, like I said, some of these will fit the prompts. But yeah, both of these books, just like the one from that I read last week, are 6 stars. I read The Charm Offensive by Alice Cochran first, and then I read And They Lived by Stephen Salvatore. Like I said, both of them were 6 stars. Both of these books made me tear up, cry a little. This one, like, I was like feeling Dev in this book. Like, I reason with him. He has severe depression, and he hides it behind his beautiful smile, and he acts so happy and stuff, and he's really not. He's really sad, depressed, you know, but he hides it with that beautiful smile of his, and that's what I do. I have depression, and I just, you know, I don't show it to people. I want to, like, be strong for other people, you know what I mean? And I don't want other people to have to worry about me. I want to be, like, the caregiver, and I just, you know, I feel like I shouldn't, like, worry other people with my depression, but, you know, but I do have depression, and I, like I said, I do hide it behind my smile and my laugh, and I just, like, felt that with him. Like, that's how he is. He acts all happy and bubbly, and he believes in love, and it's just so beautiful, like, being able to be seen. What's it, you know, like, everybody, like, a lot of people talk about, like, you know, like, being seen in a certain book, like, and I never felt that way before in books, where I've never, like, I loved a lot of characters, but I never, like, they never felt like how I feel, if that makes sense. But Dev, I feel like he does. And I just, like, loved him so much, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is definitely, like, one of my favorite standalone romances ever. I love Charlie, too. Charlie has OCD. OCD? Is that what it's called? Is that what the initials are? He has, depression. I think it was the second one. And he also has, what I have, you know, oh gosh, my brain today, you guys, I can't think of terms. He has panic attack disorder, and I have that. So both of them have something that is me, you know? And I just love this. This is about Dev, who's a producer, I'm not a producer, but he's the handler of a show, so, like Bachelor. And he's supposed to, you know, help Charlie get more comfortable in his skin and stuff, because Charlie is supposed to be the bachelor, and he's supposed to marry one of these, or get engaged and marry one of these girls, you know? And he's, you know, he doesn't really want to. He has reasons for why he's there, and they both start to fall for one another, and they're not supposed to fall for one another. Get involved, because, like I said, Charlie is supposed to be getting engaged to one of these women, and Dev is his, you know, is one of the guys that he works for, you know, that you know, he's part of the show, and Dev isn't supposed to, you know, be, you know, form a relationship with anybody that's a part of the show. No contestants, anything like that. So they can't, like, they know that they can't be with each other. So they, you know, but yeah, I just love this so much. I love, like, getting to you know, like, hear about, like, how we know the Bachelorette and Bachelorette is, how produced it is, and how the producers, like can change the story, make you look bad, you know. And it's just interesting, learning about the girls in this book. And, you know, yeah, I just really loved it so much. I just, like, thought it was so beautifully written. I definitely want to read more books by Allison Cochran. I think Allison has a book coming out next year. I can't remember what it's called, but definitely will read it. And then And They Lived by Steven Salvatore. Another, like I said, 6 stars. This is about Chase. He has body I forget how you say the word, but where he's not, like, happy with his body. He feels really like he feels like he's ugly and fat, and he meets Jack, and Jack isn't out yet, but Jack makes him start feeling better in his skin. But so much goes on in this book, like Chase's dad. His mom and his dad are divorced. His dad just left. He wound up, like, getting with somebody later, but he didn't leave. He didn't leave his wife for another woman. He just left. And he just, like, doesn't understand that you know, his son has this disorder, and he doesn't realize he's hurting his son. And it's just so sad, like, how it broke my heart how a father, or, you know, it's not the mother in this one, but, like, how someone, you know, can treat their child a certain way, you know? Like, how can you not see that? How can he not see that the way he talks to his son, the way he jokes about what his son is going through? How can he not see that it is making Chase hate his body so much? And, you know, I just felt, like, so sad for him. And then there's, like, stuff going on. There's stuff that happens between him and Jack that's really sad later on. I'm not going to go too much into spoilers because of that, but yes, spoilers coming. So 1, 2, 3. don't watch if you don't want to be spoiled. But yes, Jack isn't out yet, and he has this, I do not like this guy, but it's supposed to be his friend. His name is, what is his name? I forgot. Callum? They call him Cal. And this guy, like, you don't really, like, you hear about him, but you don't really, like, meet him until, like, this is where the spoilers coming in, where, Chase and, never forgot what his name is, Nick. No, not Nick. What did I say his name was again? Jack. After they have sex, he comes into the, barges into the room when they're having, just after they had sex, or, you know, and then Jack, you know, what you call it, leaves, and then, like, the next day, Jack's dad says something to Chase about his weight, and then Cal is like, oh, I heard that Jack is dating someone, and Jack denies it right there when Chase is there, and then he winds up breaking up with Chase, which pissed me off so bad, the way he treated him. I understand that, you know, Jack isn't out to his family yet. He's afraid of what his family's gonna think and stuff like that, but to treat the one you're supposed to love that way, like, don't help, you know, like, no, like, don't defend him, you know, don't stand up for him, like, this makes Jack, I mean, not Jack, sorry, this makes Chase, you know, start, like, getting in his head again and start hating his body, when Jack was helping him finally, like, start to love his body. Like, Jack was really helping him with that, and then he goes and, like, ruins it like that. Like, I understand, like I said, you know, he's not out yet, so, and you're afraid that what your family's gonna think. But you wouldn't want someone to treat you like that, so I don't know, like, why he did that. I do, but at the same time I don't, you know what I mean. But it just, like, broke my heart. But I know it had to happen, because well, at first it made Chase spiral a little. It wound up making him a lot stronger, and you know, so that's why they had, like, I'm sure that's why the author, like, had them break up for a little bit. But just, like, reading, like, him, like after he started to love his body, and then reading about, like, how he starts, like, you know, like, hurting his body again. It was just so heartbreaking, you guys. Like, it really made me cry. I just, like, love him so much. But I do love that Jack, you know, does, you know, does really, you know, beg. I mean, you know, not beg, but he really, you know, winds up showing Chase that he really loves him, and he does wind up coming out, which I really loved. And he did come out for himself, not for Chase. And yeah, but I just love that he had to grovel, that Chase didn't take him right back, because there was a part, like, where Jack says some stuff, and then he doesn't go back to him, and, you know, because, you know, he knows he needs to work on himself, and he's in a happy place, you know, he's starting to love his body again, you know, and I love that it took a little bit before him and Jack got back together. And I just, like, I love, like, there's I'm not gonna read it, but there's, like, a poem that because he does poems, and there's a poem that he writes for oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Chase, It was so beautiful. I loved it. And I love Chase. He writes this story. Oh my god, this story, you guys. Oh my god, it was so awesome. And he's got this awesome friend group. Like, he has a best friend who goes to another college. He meets Benny in here, and Benny's awesome. He meets Xavier in here. They're 2 out of the 3 of his roommates. And he meets some other characters that I really loved, that really helped him after after Jack broke up with him. Like, he had such a great mom and a great little sister. Like, the little sister, spoiler alert again, but the little sister is the one that helps the dad realize that he wasn't helping his son. And I just love like how his dad wants to be a better dad at the end. And there's so many other parts in here that is so beautiful. And there's other parts in here that's so heartbreaking. But the story that Chase wrote, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I just he just melted my heart. I just wanted to grab him and just hug him and tell him, that he's awesome, and stuff. I mean, I just, these characters in both of these books just made me so happy. But also, I was so sad, because of everything, that they had to go, that they went through in this book. And like I said, I just love this one so much because I felt so seen in this book. I just felt so much like, excuse me, I felt so much like Dev in this book, and I just loved it. And I just love Chase. I mean, oh my gosh. He's such a great character, and Dev and Charlie's a great character in this one. Oh my gosh. And even though Jack did some things in this book that upset me, I still really loved him. Oh, these 2 books, you guys, I just loved them so much. It just brought so much joy to my heart. Oh, just loved them so much. I just want to read them again and again and again and again and again because they're so good. But yeah, those are the 2 books that I read this week. I have some books I want to read. I don't know if I'll read this month because there's some really, I started reading it, but I don't think I'm going to read anymore because, spoiler alert for this book, because of triggers. There's this, his grandma is dying from, she has, I can't remember if it's Alzheimer's or if it's the other one, which I can't think of what it's called. Dementia, one or the other, and she's dying from it. And my mom is starting to get, she doesn't have it bad, but she's starting to get that as well. And it's just right now it's too hard for me right now. So I was reading this one, but like I said, I don't think I'm going to read it right now. I'll save it for another month. What else am I in the middle of? I started Never Been Kissed by Timothy Janovaski. That's really funny. He gets drunk and he accidentally sends some emails to people that he almost kissed because he just turned 22 and he's never been kissed. And there's this guy that comes back into the picture that they were real good friends for a while, but then he leaves. The guy left and ghosted him. I guess that's what you say. And then he accidentally sent that to him as well, and not knowing that the guy is going to be coming back and he has to work with the guy. I'm not very far in. I'm on page 45, but this is funny. And I'm loving that one. What else did I read? You guys know I haven't read anymore, but I started this when I was camping, and I got to page 162. And this one's really good. I'm not going to go into what it's about since you guys can look at the camp video that I did, and you can learn about that one. I'm in the middle of I Kissed Shara Willer. I want to read Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I got another book called A Little Bit Country that I want to read. Yeah, there's so many cool books that I want to like try to get to. So I'm so excited to read them. And yeah, I was gonna read All That's Left in the World, but it's so, where people catch not the type of virus we have, but it's a virus, and a lot of them are dead, and there's only so many that's still alive, and yeah, so I'm not really in the mood for that right now, but I did like the little bit that I read of it. I still haven't picked this back up. I still haven't decided. Right now it's a DNF. This is, like you guys know, one of my most anticipated books of the year, and I was already complaining about how I hate one of the main characters, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to read it because of how much I don't like this main character, like one of the love interests. Yeah, but I DNF'd this one for right now. I'm definitely not going to read it this month. Right now it's going to be a DNF, but I could always change my mind and go back and try to read it again. And maybe I'll start liking the guy more, but right now the guy, I don't like. But yeah, those are just some of the books that I might be going back to reading. Also, This Woven Kingdom by Tara Mafi, however you say the author's name. Excuse me. That one I would like to read if I get a chance this month. I have some books coming tomorrow that I will show you, because I think I'm going to do something like this like whenever I finish a book or almost finish a book. I think what I'll do is I'll come on and talk about it and do it this way. I don't know if I'm going to do a regular reading vlog next week. I had one for this week and I deleted it. I just didn't like it, so I decided to do it this way. Plus, I only read 3 books so far this month. I talked about the one, like I said, in the camping one. So, I had only read 2 this week, so I figured I would do it this way. And since it's the middle of the month. So, yeah. Of course, I'll talk about them a little bit more, when I do my end of the month wrap up without spoilers, in case you guys didn't watch this one because of spoilers. I don't think I really spoiled anything for the Charm Offensive, just a little bit for And They Told. Stuff for And They Told, so people can at least watch the Charm Offensive, but yeah, or watch me talk about the Charm Offensive. But yeah, let me know if you read these 2 books, what you thought about them. Let me know how many books you've read this month. Do you have a favorite this month? And for the question for today, the big question for today, if anything, please answer this one out of any other thing that I asked, is there a book that you've read that really reasons with you for some reason? Does it make you feel like how I feel reading about Dev in the Charm Offensive, like really seen? I would love to know. Let me know if you know of other books that are really good, like the Charm Offensive, that has to do with like The Bachelor or Bachelorette, because I love reading that kind of stuff, because you guys know that's the Bachelor and Bachelorette and all that is like my guilty pleasure show. So yeah, so if you have any good recommendations for LGBTQ+, please, especially, I would really appreciate it, because I would love to read more that are LGBTQ+, that are dating. Yeah. But I hope you guys liked the way I did this. And if you did, please let me know down below. And yeah, like I said, if I do it this way, what I might do is like, come on, talk about the book I'm going to start reading. And then when I'm halfway done, give you guys an update. And then when I finish it, give you an update. And just, so it'll be kind of like a vlog, but not like I usually do. So it'd be a little different. So I might do something like that starting tomorrow when I start another, or today. Yeah, I might start that today. Once I know what book I'm going to read, I will start that, a new one. And I'll just tell you a little bit about what the book's about. And then I will tell you when I'm halfway done what I'm thinking about it, and then what the rating was, and at the end of the, when I'm done. That way it's not like a very long video with just talk about one book. If that makes sense. But yeah. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it this way. If you did, please let me know down below. You know the drill. If you guys like this video, like I said at the beginning, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, like I said, please think about subscribing. And remember that bell icon. And yeah, you guys know what I always say. DNFing is your friend. If you're not filling the book, DNF, 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 DNF. I'm sure you have a whole bunch of other books that you want to get to. You can always put it down for now and come back to that book later. And yeah. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend, a great reading rest of the month, and yeah. And until next time, I am out of here. Happy reading. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for watching my videos, and I love you guys so much as friends, viewers, watchers, whatever you want to say of my channel. And yeah, until next time, happy reading. Thanks for being awesome, and I will catch you in the next one. Lori out.